Hi there, welcome to the UkeStuff channel and welcome to this tutorial for the play-along videos of Blowin' in the Wind that are hosted on the UkePlayAlongs page on YouTube. What we're going to do in this video is, first of all, we'll look at the chords you need for GCEA soprano, concert, or tenor ukulele. Then we'll look at the chords you need for DGBE baritone ukulele, and then we'll talk about strumming and or picking. If you want to support the work on this channel, there are three things you can do. Number one, you can like the video. Second, you can subscribe to the channel. And third, you can always buy me a cup of coffee to say thank you for making this content at www.buymeacoffee.com/UkeStuff. Now, Blowing in the Wind was a video that I made some years ago for GCA only. And since that time, I've started to make resources also for baritone and to include the chord charts at my website. So if you're interested in the chord chart or tabs, you can find that at UkeStuff.info, and also the baritone version is available as well. And I did leave the original version, which is linked in this video as well, if you'd like to see that. Let's begin with the chords you need for GCEA soprano, concert, or tenor ukulele. This is a 4-chord song, so the first chord you need is the G chord. Then you need the C chord, the D7, or what we often call the Hawaiian D7, and then the E minor chord. First finger on the first string, second fret, and the other two waterfall down, leaving the fourth string open. Now, if you are playing a low G ukulele, you may want to use a 4-finger E minor chord, which starts out the same, but then the third finger goes to the fourth string, fourth fret, and then the pinky goes on the third string, fourth fret. And those are the chords you need to play Blowing in the Wind by Bob Dylan on GCA soprano, concert, or tenor ukulele. Now let's talk about baritone. On baritone, you'll need the G chord, you'll need the C chord, the D7 chord, and the E minor chord. A very comfortable set of chords on baritone DGBE ukulele. Now let's talk about strumming. Now, as it comes to strumming, there was no ukulele originally used in this song, so there's no single right answer. Bob Dylan was playing guitar. Guitar has 2 more lower strings, which offer a lot more sort of variety in what you can do with picking patterns. That's how it works. So you can pick or you can play strums. It's really up to you, but there are 3 rules. First of all, play the right chord at the right time. Second, keep a steady tempo. And third, whatever you do, make sure it fits the song. One thing you can do is you can play single strums. If you just want to play along and let the chord ring, and just follow along at the right time. I also hear that an island strum without a swung pattern works pretty well here. And that's down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Now, a couple things about strumming. I'm strumming where the body meets the neck. My hand is keeping in constant motion. I'm never stopping. And then it's just being aware of what I'm doing. Down, down, up, down, up. All strumming is really a combination of down and up. It's just when you're hitting the strings and when you're not. If you're going to strum, I think those are kind of your answers there, what you want to do. Now, if it comes to picking, you cannot replicate what you hear the guitar doing. As it comes to picking, what I hear working best is not trying to replicate what Bob Dylan was doing on the guitar, but instead to do something completely different. So I would, with my thumb, play string 3 and string 4 alternating. So you'd be going. Now that's not all you're doing, but in between plucking string 3 and then plucking string 4, you're going to take fingers 1 and 2 and pluck strings 2 and 1. So it's going to be like this. I've tried messing around with doing some other things, but really it's impossible to replicate what you hear. Now, if you want to pick another pattern, you certainly can, and you can play around and see what works, but there's clearly an alternating sort of bass line in the guitar that you're simulating with going between strings 3 and 4, but you don't have the other strings to hit to add sort of that little melodic pattern on the top that he's doing. I'm going to pick up my baritone here. It's about the same on baritone. I don't think I'd mess around with anything other than what I've been doing. So it'd be something like this. change to C, back to G. That'd also work on low G ukulele as well. And I think that's where I would leave it at with this song. I would not try to replicate what Bob Dylan is doing on the guitar. I would leave it simple, leave it with that picking, and that's probably what I would do if I was playing along. All right, so with those chords and with those ideas for strumming or picking, that's all you need to do to be successful on Blowing in the Wind as recorded by Bob Dylan. Thanks so much for watching the video. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll be back soon with some more Uke stuff for you.